Kathy Griffin has opened up about the Danny Masterson situation with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher and shared some pretty personal information.
Okay, I'm weighing in on the whole Danny Masterson, Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis thing because, it's so difficult to get a conviction in a rape trial. It's almost impossible. Most prosecutors, all prosecutors will not even bring the case to trial unless there's an incredible amount of evidence, because it turns into a he said, she said. But the notion that this guy was also convicted of drugging these women, that is such serious stuff that I don't really care that when they were working on that 70s show, he was like a good guy to work with. And he worked actively to keep people off drugs because he's a Scientologist. And by the way, those freaks need to go down as well. In my opinion, Scientology is absolutely a cult, and a deadly one at that. All right, so I'm going to open up about something, and this video is long, I apologize, but my brother, who's now dead, his name was Ken Griffin, was a pedophile. I wrote about it in my first book, and it was a horrible, horrible thing. And I tried to get him caught. Now, this was my brother. So I don't want to hear about Ashton and Mila and Giovanni Ribisi and people that feel like they had to stick up for Danny Masterson because he was their bro, he was their buddy. This was my own brother. And two of his girlfriends confessed to me. He also physically abused them very violently. And I called LAPD about it twice because my brother was the super of a building, and that's how he gained access to his victims, because he was the manager of an apartment building in Hollywood, so he had keys to all of the units. And he allegedly, because he never went to prison for it, he went to prison for something else, molested a boy and a girl, because most pedophiles don't care about gender. This has been something that caused a giant rift within my family. But for many years, I was shunned from my own family because I was trying to get my brother Ken arrested. And I was in and out of my family, and sometimes they would write me letters saying I'm not a Griffin anymore and all this nonsense. He was the focal point of the family in a way because it was such a serious thing. I tend to absolutely believe the victims when there's even a trial, because it's so hard to even get to a trial. And I could never do anything about my brother, and I felt so helpless. But the point is, blood was not thicker than water in my case. And if you know that somebody is committing SA, you should do something if you can. My God, at least try. So believe the victims. For people to even go to the police, they don't do it lightly. They don't do it lightly.